Hey everyone, Jason here. Happy Wednesday afternoon to you. I just want to take a few minutes and give you a brief Wednesday update. Hey, first and foremost, thank you all for your understanding and support and respecting us, Hattie and I, to have a little bit of time away. And there's no perfect time when you're a pastor to schedule vacation. And we scheduled that and then waited around to pull the trigger on a place down there until we made sure the weather was right and it looked like there was going to be nothing going on this week, and kind of had all of our ducks in a row, if you will, as far as having someone ready to fill the pulpit for me. And then we had 3 deaths, we had serious illnesses, and just several things come up, and but we really needed to get away. So thank you all for allowing us to do that. Special thanks goes out to Brother Phil for not only leading worship but bringing the message as well. And what a great job! And I'm so thankful for to read and hear everyone just encouraging in him and thanking him for his faithfulness to bring the word. And it's really nice to be able to step away and someone that knows the congregation, that knows what we're walking through, is able to just to bring a wonderful word of encouragement. And so again, thanks for Phil for doing that. And I'm just going to be honest with y'all. If Phil can't be here, don't expect me to fill in leading worship. We would not want that to happen. But I'm thankful that Phil can do both. And so thank you again, brother, for that. And, there's been some questions about tonight's worship services or our Wednesday night services. If you haven't been out, look, I know it was nasty this morning, but all the roads, we came back from a church event and Independence. The roads are all clear. Our parking lot almost is completely dry now. And so we are all systems go. And so join us tonight for our Bible study, Firm Foundations. And tonight we're going to be dealing with something that has been brought up several times in discussion. What exactly does it mean to be made in the image of God? And so tonight we're actually going to walk through that and answer that, I hope. And don't forget, we have our youth activities at 7 o'clock upstairs. And then downstairs, we have our mission adventure from kindergarten to 5th grade. And so we've got something for everyone in the family. So why don't you come join us tonight? Hey, it's that time of the year as we start getting ready for Easter that we start mentioning the Annie Armstrong Easter offering. And I don't think we always do a great job as a church explaining to folks, maybe people that have grown up in the church, or maybe those that are kind of new, if you will, to attend a church. We don't do a great job of explaining these offerings that we have. And we had Lottie. I mean, we did really good as a church on that. I'm very proud of our church and their faithfulness to give over and above. And Annie Armstrong's one of those. And so I pulled this from the website. And so this Annie Armstrong Easter offering is the primary way that we Southern Baptists fund missions here in North America. And so 100% of gifts given to the Annie Armstrong offering go to the field to support over 3,000 missionary families serving across the United States and in Canada. And so these gifts to this offering are used to train and resource missionaries in church planting and compassion ministries. Those gifts are also used to create evangelism resources, and new churches are being planted, hurts are being healed, and lives are being transformed by the gospel because churches like ours give to this offering. And Monday night, the church council met, and we set a goal for our church, and that goal is $5,250 this year. And last year, the goal was $5,000, and they met it. I think they went a little bit over actually, and so we've increased it. And so our goal is $5,250. And so I want to encourage you to give along with everyone else over and above what you normally give in your tithes and offerings to this very worthy special offering that's going to go out and support these 3,000 missionaries and their families. And so we will keep this in front of the church for the next several weeks. We'll play videos on our social media sites about testimonies from Annie Armstrong and from missionaries in the field. And on Sunday mornings during our time of welcome and announcements, we will probably play a video, and we'll have a slide up that shows us, the church, where we are and are meeting this goal. And of course, then look forward to the day when we go over and above the goal that we set, so we can celebrate as a church. And so, again, as your pastor, I want to challenge you to give to this, as well as to pray for those missionaries that are in the field here in North America and in Canada, but even those that are part of the international mission overseas. Hey, I promised to include little tidbits, if you will, of housekeeping here, as far as the church and things that are going around and things to be aware of. And one of those things that I want us to help us to understand is how we conduct some business here in the church, how we make decisions about what ministries that we're going to support, what events we want to put on the calendar and that we want to promote and ask for volunteers for. The reality is that we've got a lot of folks, a lot of great ideas, but we have to prioritize as a church what it is that we can do and that we can support. And I know sometimes people don't necessarily understand how this process works. And some are in the impression that, I unilaterally make all the decisions, say yes and no, and that's just not the way it works. And but we do have, if you will, a mechanism, a structure in which we do say yes or no to things and consider them on behalf of the congregation. And we call that entity, if you will, the church council. Now, perhaps you came from different faith traditions, and maybe you have a group or board of elders that make decisions, or you have a congregation that makes every decision to include arguing about the paint color and what type of toilet paper to go in the bathrooms. We're congregationally affirmed, but we're pastor led and we're deacon served. But we elect, or that is, we nominate people to serve on certain committees, such as finance, IT, safety, Sunday school, teacher, all that. And we nominate them and we vote on those as a church to serve for a period. And the chairpersons for each one of those committees and bodies uh, meet once a month in what is referred to as the church council. Now, as the pastor, I am the chairperson for that, and then my co-chair is the chairman of the deacons, and uh, and so we meet, and as a council, everyone gives a report what's going on in their particular committee or their group, and then we entertain, if you will, things on agenda lists, such as perhaps new ideas about different ministries. Hey, this year we're going to do this for Easter. We're going to do this for Christmas, and then we discuss it, and then we vote on it, and then we bring a report to the congregation at the next business meeting, which is usually that next Sunday. And so we do have a mechanism to consider these things, and so maybe you're out there and you're like, hey, I have an idea for a ministry, or I'd like to. What if we do this for as a church on a Sunday night? It might be a really good idea. So what I ask you to do is to get with myself or one of the other committee members, and we can give you a form that we've recently created called a ministry event organizer. And you fill it out to the best of your ability, and you give it to me. And then I put it on the agenda for the next church council. And as a council, we will consider those things, and we'll either say, yes, it does support the mission of Big Creek here as we understand our part in the Great Commission, or no, it doesn't, or we think it does, but we need some further information. And then once it does get approved, it goes on the calendar as an official event, and then we promote it, and then we find ways to find if we can financially support it as well. And so I just wanted to take a minute and explain that to you all. I think it's really important because I went to church for a long time and I understand how it worked. And there's times where I thought I had a really, really good idea, and it felt like no one was listening to me. But at the end of the day, it's really on this end, it's really easy to be overwhelmed and to have a calendar that's so full that you're just burning your people out. And so, we just need to find a way to prioritize those things. And at the end of the day, whatever we do, we want to do right. We want to do it for the glory of God. And so sometimes that means learning to say no as a church as well. So any questions about what I just shared, and it's not clear enough, let me know, and I'll try to clear it up. But again, if you have a great idea, you want to do something, I don't want to say no. I want to give it a fair chance to be discussed and considered. And so the first step is to get one of those event organizers and fill it out and give it to me so I can get it put on the agenda. So that's enough of that. So upcoming, hope to see you all tonight. And if you're not going to be here tonight, shame on you. I'm going to come looking for you, but not right now. Too busy. But what I do want to do is, if you can't make it tonight, hey, just I hope to see you this coming Lord's Day, and we're going to continue our study through the Sermon on the Mount, and we're going to be dealing with a very difficult subject for many people, because we've been affected by it as a society and as a church family and as an individual family, and it's the subject of divorce and what Jesus, what God thinks about divorce. And so, hey, look, I just want to encourage you. I don't want you to say, this is too close to home for me. I'm just going to stay at home. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Please, please, I beg you, please come. Uh, Especially if you've been hurt uh, from a divorce. I want you to come. I want you to hear the words of the Lord, understand what it is He's saying, and how much He loves you and He cares for you and He wants what's best for you. And listen, whether you were the one that asked for the divorce or you're the one that was hurt from the divorce, yeah, I want to encourage you to come, because there's forgiveness and there's healing at the foot of the cross. And as your church family, we want to come alongside you and love you through this. But we need to be faithful to follow Jesus, and that means knowing what He has said about each and every one of these very difficult areas. And so pray for me as I wrap my mind around this subject, and hopefully deliver it in a way that's truthful, but that's loving, and that helps people to heal, and so that we can move forward as a church body, and you can move forward as a family as well. And so join us. Hey, listen, invite a friend, invite your family. Hey, look, I'm so excited about the things that are going on here at Big Creek, and yeah, we got some things to work through, but it's obvious that God's got His hand on the things that's going on here, and so I hope to see you all this coming Lord's Day. And so God bless you all. I'll see you soon, hopefully tonight, but if not, this coming Sunday. God bless. Take care. Bye.